If you can hear me, raise your hand. Okay, hi, I'm Taylor. I'd like to start out with the land acknowledgement. I'd like to acknowledge that the beautiful place that we call home is the traditional, ancestral, and stolen territory of the Nooksack and Luxhemish or Lummi people. These are the first inhabitants of this land who are still here and still continue to honor and bring to light their ancient heritage and traditions. We offer gratitude for their enduring care of our shared lands and waters. It is all of our responsibility to honor and nurture our relationships with our Coast Salish neighbors as we shoulder our shared responsibilities to their homeland, where we all reside today. There are many ways to elevate the voices of our Indigenous community. To start, I recommend going directly to the Nooksack and Lummi tribal websites, where you can learn about the history of these nations, current struggles and achievements, as well as community events and traditions. Our next speaker is Robin Thomas, a member of the Indivisible Bellingham leadership team, who has some very important information today about our rally and your safety.
All right, hello Tasmania! Be proud, all right? We're like the last people on the West Coast to do this thing. I hope you're all excited to be here. I want to just tell you, I'm wearing this lovely vest. There's a whole bunch of us. If you have any issues, find a person with a badge, talk to them. We also have medics over by the Peace and Reconciliation Arch. If you need medical attention, that's where you're going to go first, or we'll call them into you, okay? You're going to be safe. We also have legal observers circulating throughout the crowd, and the Bellingham Police Department is here to protect our First Amendment rights. They are here to keep us safe, but guess what? We're committed to nonviolence, and the best protection that we have is your calm and wise mind and each other. Yeah. All right, and to that end, really quick, what we're going to do, I want you to shake the hand of 5 people around you, and I want you to tell them we are in this together. Ready, go! 5 people! 5 people!
We're in this together. Thank you for your service.
My honor. I do it again.
That was so fun. Now you're going to take care of each other, right? You're going to look out for each other. And then there's a few other things that we're going to do to help that bond. If you see anything that concerns you, you're going to raise your hand. If you're really concerned, you're going to wave your hand, right? You're going to let people know there's something happening that you are not comfortable with. If we need sight lines to a problem, like we can't see from up here, the police can't see, we are going to ask you for something. We're going to say signs down. Oh, sorry, because I'm too short. Should I start at the hands? Okay. If you see something that concerns you, we're going to do hands up. Let's see it. Hands up. If you see something that really concerns you, what are you going to do? If we can't see what's going on, if your lovely and creative signs are in the way, we might ask you signs down. Can we see that? Signs down. Practice that a little bit. Oh, look at that. I can see y'all now. All right. Signs back up. Great. So be listening for that from up here on the podium. If you see any violent behavior, you're going to back up, you're going to walk away slowly, you're going to be calm, what do we tell our children? Walk, not run, right? So no running. Tell the people next to you, let's not run. But get some space from any kind of violence so that we can help, so that Bellingham Police Department can come in. They can identify who those people are, right? They can identify them right away, and they won't get confused because you're not going to be anywhere near it. Okay? That's my words. Have a good rally. Be loud. No king! No king! No king!
I'll sit down. Just make sure nobody stands in
Happy
front of
Pride
me.
Month, everybody. Welcome to the No Kings Rally. I forgot to introduce myself earlier. My name is Taylor. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm so happy that you're here. I'm a part of the Bellingham community. I'm a nurse at St. Joe's, and I'm a member of Indivisible Bellingham's leadership team. Indivisible Bellingham is one of the groups that helped organize this rally. We're a group of activists passionate about community action through nonviolent civic engagement and holding our elected officials accountable. We have a table in the back where we have a number of actions to participate in, including postcards that we will send to the Supreme Court justices, as well as these yellow papers that have a QR code linked to a letter to America. There's some actions within that QR code. We also have Know Your Rights cards. They're small cards that you can keep in your wallet that have a list of your rights. Also, we have an ID that we found, so if anyone has lost their ID, look for your ID. I'm not going to say this person's name, but if you lost your ID, come up here. Next, I would like to introduce Jamie Douglas, the chair for the 42nd Legislative District Democrats.
Hello, Bellingham. Welcome one and all to the All No Kings Rally.
I put it together over there and it was cold.
We'll try this again. Raise your hand if you can hear me. Okay. Welcome, Bellingham. And welcome one and all to the No Kings Rally. The 42nd LD Democrats is co-hosting today's rally with Indivisible Bellingham because our democracy is under attack. Today, over $45 million of our tax money is being spent on a military parade to celebrate the birthday of He thinks that he is a king. Yeah. We are gathered here along with 2,000 other groups across America with one message. In America, we have no king. We have a legislative branch with a singing no king, 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 no king. We have a legislative branch with the thinnest MAGA Republican majority, which enables the lies and supports the unlawful behavior of a wannabe king. We say to Congress, do your job! Because in America, we have no king! We have a judicial branch which works very slowly. A few of our Supreme Court justices treat the president as he is above the law. He is not. They let him continue his illegal actions while they think about ruling on the cases about him. To those judges, we say, do your job. Because in America, do your job! 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 Because you know what comes next. In America, we have no king. This administration wants to overrule the Congress and our courts. But our three co-equal branches of government rest on a foundation spelled out in our Constitution. That foundation is we the people. The ultimate power in America and in our government rests with you who are gathered here today and across this nation. Oh well. And what are we here to say? In America, we have no king. Have no king. Today you're going to hear how this wannabe president is threatening our community. And what you can do to defend us all. The most important thing you're going to hear about are actions that you can take. Because we're here and we feel good and we're excited, but we want to see all this energy put into action that makes a difference and moves us forward. If this is your first time to a rally, welcome. And we're glad to see you here. I got inspired watching the Star Wars series Andor, where they talk about a fictional rebellion beginning. The members of that group would greet each other by saying, I have friends everywhere.
I have friends everywhere.
Yeah. And you, with the 2,000 groups that are gathered across America, and everyone here, with the ones that you just shook hands with, have friends everywhere. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Jamie.
Yeah.
I'm the next speaker. Hello. There are many people here who are more experienced than I am who will give you actions and tell you about the atrocious ways our current administration is targeting our most vulnerable population. I'll briefly share how I've seen it manifest in our community. As a nurse, I've seen the stress and confusion that moved through caregivers after hospitals were stripped of their sanctuary status, making previous safe spaces vulnerable to ICE infiltration. I've seen time and time again elderly patients trying to leave the hospital with acute medical issues for fear that they couldn't afford the medical bills. I have green card holding coworkers who are so frightened by what our government is doing to immigrants that they don't feel that it is safe for themselves or their families to attend rallies or make their voices heard. Our community is being directly impacted by all that's happening, and that's part of why we're here. In these dark times, we're here to be a voice for those who cannot be here. We're here to stand up for ourselves and for those who are more vulnerable than we are.
Right, like my mother.
And maybe it's just me, but I think in this time it's almost impossible to feel like you're doing things right, that you're doing enough. The pace at which these things are happening is almost impossible to keep up with. But being here is such a privilege. And I want to tell you that you're doing a great job. And I'm so proud of you for showing up imperfectly as you are. Resistance is not just fighting. Yes, resistance is modeling behavior you want to see in the world. It's aiding and abetting. It's standing up to injustice. It's caring for your community, but it's also caring for yourself. It's finding safe people to love. It's eating delicious food. It's orgasms. It's dancing. It's joy. Resistance is queer love and Black excellence and Indigenous pride. These are dark times. It's easy to get bogged down in hopelessness. I speak directly to my LGBTQIA, my Black, Brown, Indigenous, immigrant, and disabled family. Right now, it is clearer than ever that your existence is resistance. I want to acknowledge how unfair that is. I want to acknowledge that your existence should be existence. I see you, I see your pain, your anger, your hurt. I see how exhausted you are. Allow yourself to disengage from things that are too heavy right now. It's okay. Do what you need to do to survive. Let your people show up. Straight, cis, white, able-bodied people, show the fuck up. And keep showing up. Now is your time to stand strong, to support. We have experienced leaders to look to. Amplify their voices. I want to leave you all with a final thought, and that is the parable of the choir. As a group, a choir can sing a beautiful note impossibly long because individual singers can drop out to breathe and the note goes on. So sing, and when you feel bogged down, take a breath, care for yourself, and when you're ready, keep singing. I'd like to try this together. I only sing in the shower, but maybe we could hum or sing a note for a minute together. Breathe as you need, and I will keep time. Just one moment. Ready?
Yeah.
Great job, everybody. Our next speaker is Liz Darrow. Liz is the participatory coordinator for community-to-community development, a women-led grassroots organization dedicated to food sovereignty and immigrant rights, and the first woman to chair the Community County Charter Review Commission. Give it up.
much for inviting me here to speak today. My name is Liz Darrow. I work with community development to find and create pathways for ordinary people to participate in the political and civic processes that impact our daily lives. C2C has been organizing for farm worker rights and food justice in Whatcom and Skagit counties for 22 years. Right now, we are seeing unprecedented and unchecked attacks, violence, and neglect of suffering people across our country. ICE functions as a secret police, with masked and hooded agents terrorizing and kidnapping our own neighbors and community members. They have taken from Whatcom and Skagit counties roughly the same number of people they took through the LA ICE raids last week. Every day in Whatcom and Skagit counties, our neighbors, friends, co-workers, and family members are surveilled and targeted, violently kidnapped and processed right here in Ferndale and Blaine, before being sent to Tacoma, where they are detained indefinitely or deported. C2C regularly receives reports. 2 family members taken from Everson. A man taken as he leaves the grocery store. 5 construction workers taken on the way to their job site. A family of 8 held in a single cell at the Blaine Customs and Border Patrol headquarters for 24 days. Fascists disappear our loved ones and lie about them that they are violent criminals, but they are not. Immigrants are hardworking people like us, trying to make ends meet, like us. Look around and tell me, who is actually unleashing violence and hatred here in Whatcom County? These lies are used to scapegoat immigrants of color and to convince city and county leadership, as well as you and me, to feign ignorance and look the other way, while they throw human beings away into cells as far away as El Salvador and Louisiana. I am here today to remind each of us to look this crisis squarely in the face. To remind us that most of us here are children, grandchildren, great-great-grandchildren of immigrants, and to remind us that we are responsible for each other. Many of you know that former co-organizer, my dear friend and colleague, Lila Juarez, was violently detained on March 25th while driving his partner to work. Layla was held for 10 hours at an ICE facility right here in Ferndale before being transferred to the Northwest Processing Center in Tacoma, where he has been in prison for 11 weeks. Layla is a fierce advocate for working people. He has worked tirelessly for justice since he was a teenager and has brought the voices of his community into policy spaces, making real positive change for farm workers and all low-wage workers. Lalo is a living example of what participatory democracy looks like. If he were free today, as he should be, he would be here with all of us, speaking with you. Lalo knows deeply what immigrants in our community need from their government. Long before his detention, he met with the mayor of Bellingham and city council members as a member of the city's Immigration Advisory Board, always with dignity, respect, and a clarity of purpose. He brought a proposal for a city-funded immigrant resource center that, had the city listened to immigrant voices, thank you, then would be providing life-saving resources to families in Bellingham right now. Not only did the city of Bellingham deny the importance of planning ahead and allocating resources for thousands of immigrant families right here in our community, they also voted to dissolve the Immigration Advisory Board against the strong and vocal advice of many people in our community. Just 1 month before Donald Trump's re-election.
Was he freed?
Layla's voice was targeted and silenced, not only by an unjust immigration system, but also by our own city government, who understood well that when ordinary people participate in broken democratic processes, that we will try to fix it so that our systems meet the needs of the communities that elected them to govern. They couldn't share power with the people, so they shut the IAB down. Because at its root, this is about some of us believing some people have a natural right to govern, and that most of us don't have any business governing ourselves. The federal government president right now has become an insatiable monster that feeds on the complacency and cowardice of local governments. Every person who holds a position of power in our city, county, and state needs to speak loudly and clearly that they oppose the tyranny that is holding our communities hostage. More than that, we need to commit to sharing power so that we ordinary people can change policies and budget allocations to meaningfully protect and support everyone in our community, especially people struggling to make ends meet. Immigrants, Black people, youth, elders, and the LGBTQ+ community. Dissolving the Immigration Advisory Board and then feigning shock about what is happening across the country today is hypocritical. Let's decide now to do better together. As allies, we will not abandon our immigrant neighbors when their own government scapegoats them. As constituents, we have the power to demand better from our local elected leaders. And as elected officials, we have an obligation to stand up and enact real protection. Do not allow our local and state government to look away. If they continue to excuse the violence and attacks, we will be brave and choose new representatives who will act and truly protect everyone. I invite each and every one of you who is appalled by the Trump administration's blatant and racist attacks on immigrants nationwide to join C2C in our movement, to start fascism and build a world where workers and immigrants are respected, supported, and protected as the integral members of our community that they are. We have an information table at the back where you can learn more about our organization, register to vote, and sign up to get involved. Thank you for standing here with us today. We cannot afford to lose this momentum. After we rally, we must commit to the long-term work of building a community together that all of us deserve. Thank you. Free Lilo. Next up, I'd like to invite Alicia Rowe and her opinion.
Thank you, Liz. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here today. My name is Alicia Rowe, and I am proud to be your state legislator. I am proud that you chose to show up today, and if you're in the front or in the middle and you think you're in the back, I want to tell you, you all are stretching way back there. This is the biggest crowd I've seen. Yes. And we're just getting started. Look around you, folks, because we are neighbors. We're parents, we are educators, we are nurses, caseworkers, students, caregivers, and friends. This morning, a fellow state legislator, actually several, were shot and killed in the United States of America.
Hold on, baby. I can't.
Targeted for serving the people. That violence is horrifying and it's heartbreaking. But we will not meet hate with hate. We will not meet fear and replace it. We're going to replace it with democracy. We will not let fear lead. We are here to stay. Violence has no place in our communities, not in our disagreements, not in our homes, and not in our hearts. We do not need a king. No king. We need care. We need courage. We need strength. We need liberty. And we need each other. teenager stuck on a wait list waiting for mental health care.
Yes.
That sees the LGBTQ youth who just want to feel safe at school. That sees the foster child who's never had a home they can count on. We've passed laws to protect them. We've secured $23 million to build our region's first behavioral health care urgent care center right here at home. Because nobody should face a crisis alone. We fought for suicide prevention in schools, for trauma-informed classrooms, for safe, supported foster homes. Because we don't just write laws, we walk with those people who we are meant to serve. And when families can't eat, we feed them. With $93 million set aside for emergency food banks, and $133 million for emergency food benefits, including for children who are hungry and seniors who are in their home without the ability to eat. This is not charity. This is dignity. This is how we protect life. We don't serve the powerful. We serve the people holding on with everything they've got. The mom skipping meals for her kid. The elder choosing between heat and medicine. The kid in foster care who's never been asked how they're really doing. So when we say no kings, we mean no more governing by ego. No more fear dressed as leadership. No more violence. Only care. Only truth. Only peace. Because democracy is not built on dominance. It's built on connection. On collective care. On the everyday courageous act of choosing each other over and over and over again. Our power is not in tearing each other down. Our power is just like this, standing strong together. Showing up, arm in arm, peacefully, and with love and purpose, with unshakable hope, for liberty and justice for everybody.